So years ago, maybe it was 10 years ago, I had the opportunity to speak at the National Defense University, which is in Washington, D.C., sort of behind the Smithsonian. And it's where the War College is, it's on that campus at Fort McNair. And they asked me to speak about strategic thinking. So I'm in a room with risers. So everybody, I'm down here and everybody is sitting around on risers. And most of them have many bars of many colors across their chests. And I am talking about what I'm talking about now with some other things that we're going to be going through. And so I described that story about nomads and about the fact, at least I call it a fact, that our behavior is given by the questions we ask. And this one gentleman raised his hand. He was sitting on the front row. He had many bars. And he said in a very kind of musing voice, you know how people, when they're kind of working things through? And he said, I got it. The Treaty of Versailles. I didn't have a clue what he was talking about. So I said, excuse me, sir, could you explain? And he said, I just realized that we created that treaty to answer the question, how do we make them pay? Now, everybody in that room, this is National Defense University, they all knew that the Treaty of Versailles was at the end of World War I. It was very punitive towards Germany. And some people attribute the conditions that allowed Hitler to come to power to what was created by that treaty. But I could see he was still thinking. And it's really good not to interrupt people when they're still thinking. And then he said, I wonder how history would have been different if we had designed that treaty with different questions. You could have heard a pin drop in that room, and I got chills. And every time I tell that story, I get chills again, because he really got it, that the questions we live in, whether we design them well or not, kind of lead downstream to the world that we have now.